Hi, India accessing impact of US President's visa ban. 2 days after President Donald Trump administration in Washington DC temporarily barred the entry of foreigners to the United States on H-1B and other work visas, New Delhi said that it was assessing its impact on the professionals and industry of India. This is likely to affect the movement of Indian skilled professionals who avail of the non-immigrant visa programs to work lawfully in the United States, the ministry said. We are also assessing the impact of the order on the Indian nationals and industry in consultation with stakeholders. He underlined that people-to-people linkages and trade and economic cooperation, especially in technology and the innovation sectors, were an important dimension of the US-India partnership. High-skilled Indian professionals bring important skill sets, bridge technological gaps, and a competitive edge to the US economy. They also have been a critical component of the workforce that is at the forefront of providing COVID-19 related assistance in key sectors, including health, information technology, and finance services. We added. Next, Joe Biden asks restoration of people's rights in Kashmir. Democratic presidential nominee and former Vice President Joe Biden wants New Delhi to take necessary steps to restore rights of all Kashmiris and expressed disappointment over the Citizenship Act as well as the implementation of the National Register of Citizens in Assam. These measures are inconsistent with the country's long tradition of secularism and with sustaining a multi-ethnic and multi-religious democracy, according to the policy paper Joe Biden's Agenda for Muslims American Community posted recently on his campaigning website. A group of Hindu Americans have reached out to the Biden campaign expressing their resentment to the language used against India and urged them to reconsider their views. The group also has sought a similar policy paper on Hindu Americans. The Biden campaign did not respond to questions in this regard. Observing that Biden understands the pain Muslim Americans feel towards what is happening in the Muslim majority countries and countries with significant Muslim populations, the policy paper clubbed together Kashmir and Assam in India with the forced detention of over a million Uyghur Muslims in Western China and discrimination of atrocities against Burma's Rohingya Muslim minority. US shifting military phase to China threat in India and Southeast Asian countries. The US is reviewing its global deployment of forces to initiatives posted appropriately to counter the People's Liberation Army, given the increasing threat posed by China to Asian countries like India, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Philippines, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said on Thursday. Pompeo made those remarks in response to a question during the World Brussels Forum 2020 of the German Marshall Fund. We are going to make sure we are postured appropriately to counter the PLA. We think that the challenges of our times and we are going to make sure we have resources in place to do that, Pompeo said. The force posture review is being done at the direction of President Donald Trump, as part of which the US is reducing the number of its troops in Germany from about 52,000 to 25,000. In certain places there will be fewer American resources. There will be other places like Southeast Asia and India, because there is a threat from Chinese Communist Party, so now threats will be challenged by US Army. Next, Nike reports $790 million loss at quarter 4. Sports giant Nike reported a surprise loss Thursday as shutdowns due to COVID-19 prompted a big drop in revenues in spite of higher online sales. Nike reported a loss of $790 million in the quarter ending May 31, which translated to a loss of 51 cents per share compared with analyst expectation for 9 cents per share in profit. Revenue stumbled 38% to $6.3 billion following a huge decline in sales in most of the world. In North America, the company's biggest operating region, revenues plunged 46% to $2.2 billion. Nike said 90% of its stores were closed for roughly 8 weeks during the quarter in 3 of its 4 operating regions, with the exception being Greater China. Next topic is 1,000 out of hospital deaths in Mumbai suppressed. Opposition leader has lashed out. In what comes as a shocker, the BJP claimed that nearly 1,000 out of hospital COVID-19 deaths in Mumbai has been suppressed. On Thursday, leader of opposition Devendra Fadnavis shot off a letter to Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray questioning the lapse and demanding a reconciliation of the figures. The Maharashtra government and the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation is yet to respond to the charges. It is wrong to suppress figures in case of death because of COVID-19. The figure should be reflected within a maximum 72 hours, Fadnavis said in a letter to the CM. China used COVID-19 to lash out in every direction, stating that China continues its premeditated military incursion along the border with India. A top American senator has alleged that Beijing has used the COVID-19 pandemic to lash out in every direction. China in particular has used the pandemic to lash out in every direction. They have antagonized and harassed Taiwanese, Malaysian, Vietnam and Indonesian vessels in the South China Sea and used every tool in their shed to coerce Australia into silence about COVID-19, alleged senator. And now 20 soldiers are dead, some killed by water, essentially baseball bats with spikes, as China continues its premeditated military incursion along the border with India. They also said we know that we have preserved peace by demonstrating our strength and the best military in the world. More US companies join Facebook ad boycott bandwagon. A handful of US companies have pulled advertising from Facebook in support of campaigning that called out the social media giant for not doing enough to stop the hate speech on its platforms. The Stop Hate for Profit campaign was started by several US civil rights groups after the death of African American George Floyd in police custody triggered widespread protest against racial discrimination in the United States. They said our brand safety standards have not changed. We are pausing our advertisement until Facebook can create an acceptable solution that makes us comfortable and is consistent with what we have done with the YouTuber and other partners, the telecom operator Verizon Communications has said. Ben & Jerry, the ice cream maker, said it would pause all advertising on Facebook and Instagram in the United States as of July 1. We call on Facebook to take the clear and unequivocal actions called for by the campaign to stop its platform from being used to spread and amplify racism and hate. Dashlane, the subscription-based password manager, said it was stopping all paid and organic posts on Facebook and Instagram through July at a minimum. Magnolia Pictures, the film distributor and studio, became the first Hollywood company to join the movement. The company said in a tweet it will stop advertising on Facebook and Instagram. Support dips for Hong Kong democracy protest. Support for year-long pro-democracy protests in Hong Kong has slipped, now getting the backing of a slim majority as the city braces for the imposition of Beijing and after national security legislation. A survey conducted for Reuters showed protests escalated last June over a since withdrawn bill that would have allowed extraditions of defendants to mainland China. They later morphed into push for greater democracy, often involving violent clashes with the police. The protests have resumed but with far fewer participants since China announced plans for the security law, which has alarmed foreign governments and democracy activities in Hong Kong. The survey conducted by the Hong Kong Public Opinion Research Institute between June 15 and 18 showed the legislation is opposed by a majority in the financial center. But the poll also showed support for protests dropping to 51% from 58% in previous poll conducted, while opposition term rose to 34 from 28. It may be psychological because Hong Kong people see Beijing getting more hardline, said Associate Professor of Social Science. If we keep insisting in demands, it is impractical. Events on the ground will also point to a loss in momentum, with most demonstrations in recent weeks attended only by hundreds and ending quickly. Police, citing coronavirus restrictions, have not given permission for rallies recently and have arrested a large number of those who turned up anyway. The shift in backing of the protest has occurred mainly at the extremes, with those who strongly support them dropping to 34% from 40% and those who strongly oppose them rising from 28 from 12%. The number of these who somewhat support or oppose protests remains stable. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, kindly comment and share this video. Once again, thank you.